the chat. Wait, admit. I don't know where is the option to admit everyone. So let's see. Hi Jitendra. Hi Batula. Can you guys hear me? Let's wait for others for a couple of minutes. And yeah, so this is your course, what's the course? Scientific computational, right? With MATLAB. So we are going to do MATLAB stuff today, and we are gonna solve some problems related to MATLAB. And yes, I think in the lectures also you will see these types of things. Okay, let me admit some more people, like 10 to 15, and then we will start. Hi Sibaji, how are you? Um, you can reply in the chat if you don't want to talk or introduce. Let's wait for some minutes. We will be starting soon. Let's wait for some others to join. Okay, I think not much people has joined this time. Wait for a second. 10:30. Let's wait for 5 more minutes so that everyone comes. Hi, yes. Can you hear me? Let's wait for others to join, and then I will share the screen and I will write some problems and we will discuss that. I just turn on my camera for a while because I need to have some introduction from your side. Hi Deepa, how are you?
Nice, sir.
Hi, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. How is it going? Okay, let's wait for others. That's nice. Hi Ronak. I just need some
Hello.
introduction from your
Hello,
side
sir.
so that I will start.
Hello.
Hi. You can say me Yash, not sir. That's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So you all have joined this course, the MATLAB one, and in the first week of tutorial, what is going on in the lectures is regarding the MATLAB, right? They are just talking about MATLAB. So you have downloaded MATLAB in your computers, have you?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
No. Oh, okay. Hi Dominic Saibo. So you from you doing any course or you are just doing work, job or something? Deepa, what are you doing?
So actually, I have already done one course. It was a 3 months course. So I know basics of MATLAB. but I wanted to study more of that. That's why.
Okay, okay. And what about others, Ronak and Dominic? Are you new to
Yes, sir.
that?
I have joined a PhD at SVNIT Surat. So as a
Okay,
coursework, I have chosen this course.
all right, all right. And what about S, others, Jitendra and Bathula? I think some are silent. Okay, all right. Yes, Bathula, you wants to say something?
Sir, I am joined PG. In
Okay,
that we have more. That's why I am joined the MATLAB. MSc
uh,
Mathematics. Yes, sir.
all right.
We have credits.
So MATLAB is just a programming language and it's
So,
similar to other programming languages. Yes.
excuse me, sir. Sorry to interrupt you, but how to download this MATLAB? I mean,
You just go in the MATLAB website.
huh?
You know the MathWorks website,
Yes,
and
yes,
yeah,
yes.
after going there, just see the latest version, and depending whether you have Windows, Linux, or whatever, just download according to. And once you download that, then I think it's a heavy software, yes. So it needs a lot of memory for your computer.
Yes, sir. Actually, it was. I mean, we were told that we would be. I mean, this NPTEL would provide us the. I mean, access to MATLAB for the
Okay,
duration of this course. So we have
right.
not received any link or whatever, like any message
Okay,
regarding that.
I will just email them if that's the case. I'm not
Um,
handling the chat section, but I know a tutor who is doing that, so I will just email her that
okay,
explaining
sir.
this. But
Thank you, sir.
yeah, you can't use the MATLAB because it's not open source. That's why I think they
Yes,
are providing.
actually, I am
Yes.
teaching in postgraduate department of here Nagpur University. So
Okay.
there we have the licensed versions of MATLAB. Everything is there. So I practice there. But
Hmm.
when I joined this course, so I read the everything about the course. So they said that they'll provide the access to MATLAB for the entire duration of this course.
Yes, that should be the case, but I don't know what is happening behind the picture, so I need to ask. I
Okay, sir.
don't know. Time also clashes actually. I'm outside the country now, so I will be back next month. And
Okay, sir.
yes, it's like late night here, like 10:30 p.m. and there it's 6 p.m. Yeah, so that everyone comes. How are you, Rakshita, Pooja, and others? What are you doing? Doing study, work? I just want to know all of you before I proceed for a moment, because it's all about lectures. I think many people are joining. Let's see. Okay. So maybe we can start in 5 minutes. Before that, just have an introduction with others. Um, okay. Hi Nasir, how are you? Hi Gopika Dinesh. Can you guys introduce yourself a bit so that I know the background of you? Like, are you studying or working or are you new to this course?
Yes, sir. Good evening to sir and one and all. This side Nasir Ahmed. I'm working, sir. I'm working professional.
You're working. Okay. You can
Yes,
say
sir.
me as not, I don't like sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
yes. So my concern is with respect to numeric analysis and
Hmm.
for research purpose, no, as we know that analytical solutions are not available most of the time.
Yes.
So that's the reason, no, this course are really important and uh,
Hmm.
even MATLAB is also introduced. So that's the main reason. I thought simultaneously it will be a study as well as I can think of gaining the knowledge. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very important. This course is all about numerics, and yeah, you don't like for complicated equations. It's not easy always to find out the exact solution. That's you said. But in this course, you will learn about the how numerical methods are powerful in terms of the convergence, like which numerical method is good and which is not good, like that. Any other wants to introduce himself or herself? So Uma Maheshwar, you want to introduce what are you doing? Are you new to this course? Hi Sashmita. So I assume that everyone is basics. So I just start from basics and we will go to the advanced ones. So let me share the screen. I have to mute your for that. There is some noise. All right, so let me share the screen. Okay, wait a second. Share the screen. Wait, I just closed this window for a while. Wait a second. Entire screen. I can't share. Why is that? Okay. Can you guys see the screen? Everyone,
Yes.
can you see the screen? Okay, all right. I just go with the MATLAB. It takes time to open. I don't like this much, but yes. So what is this? Right. Can you see the screen? Yes, the MATLAB one. All right. So there are this section where you can select from. There are this section home. If you want to select the new script, you can select. These are the. This is the editor window where you write the whole codes kind of things. Wait, there is a noise in the section. I just have to. Can you mute your mic, please, Balakrishnan and Deepa? Everyone mute your mic so that there is no noise. Everyone understands. Yes. Okay, let me go there. What happened? Where is that? Okay. This is the, can you see my this is the editor window. This is the command window. So what is the difference between the two windows is in the editor window, you just write the whole code like this is shown here, where you don't need to compile at every time. Like alpha is 0.5. Suppose you assign something to assign some value to a variable, then you don't need to compile here. You can assign many variables in the same thing. Just it's like n equal 20 and alpha equal 1.5, the same thing. Okay, but in the command window, if you write like this 2 plus 2, then if you press enter, suppose I write 2 plus 2, then you press enter and you will get 4. But if you write the another command like 2 plus 5, 2 plus 6, whatever, then you get 8. So it is compiling them separately instead of compiling them simultaneously at the same time. All right. So I just do this. Wait. Okay. So this is the basic thing that I want to tell you guys. And the workspace is where your variables are stored. Like for this, yes. So answer equal 8. Suppose you assign this value, then it's stored in the workspace. I think someone wants to come in the. I don't know the option to admit everyone, so people are joining. Yes. Is it clear, everyone? Just one or two respond. And here is the file. Like if you see the current folder, then you get a lot of files where your file is stored, like whatever. So here is like demo.m. So you store your MATLAB files with the this thing .m. .m represents the MATLAB files every time like this. Okay, so this is just about MATLAB, like how many windows are there, editor, command, workspace, and current folder, and that I've explained. So And I also explained like how to do the addition in MATLAB. So maybe I write, suppose I just do this command window, a big one, so that you can understand. Suppose you want to write comments, then you just use the percentile and just write comments about MATLAB codes. All right. So I just give you some things to do. So if I write, what is the command for, I just write the question. What is the command to write a matrix in MATLAB? Oh wait, I can't go. The problem with command window is right, you can't do. So anyone wants to answer this thing? I want, wait, where is that? Yes. What is the command to write the matrix in MATLAB?
Sir, in square brackets, we
Yes.
like write the elements by giving commas or spaces.
All right. Okay, so let's go
Matrix, I
there.
mean, for row vector, I mean, we separate them by commas. For column vector, we separate elements by semicolon. And
Yes.
same way, we can
So
create the matrix
yes,
by
suppose A
writing the
is,
rows.
yeah. So you are
By
saying that if I have a matrix, like suppose you have a matrix, I just write in comment. So matrix whose first row has entries 1 1 1 and 1. And can you should I make the screen big so that, is it clearly visible, everyone? Entries 2 and 2. So if the first row has entries 1 and 1 and second row, in that case, how do you write the matrix? So A is just write 1 1, and is it correct? I don't know. 2 2. Is it clear, everyone?
yes,
That's
sir.
the simple thing. Yeah. So just respond 1 or 2 if that's all right. So next thing is about, so this is about matrix A, how to create a matrix that you already know. Suppose you have to create a matrix containing 0 zeros. So how do you write that? So I just write the section like matrix containing all elements as 0. In which matrix has all elements 0? So how do you write that? I don't want you to write like this thing, but I want you to write like every matrix has, this matrix has 0 elements. So there is a simple shortcut to do that. So you just write zeros, 0, you just write zeros, 2 by 2 maybe. Is it clear? So you can use this command zeros. Okay, that's it, that's done. And if you have to write the matrix containing all elements as 1, then how do you gonna write that? Oh wait, I just used this thing. It's why it's like this. So in that case, you just write A equals to once 2 2. That's, just remember these basic things. All right. So, and if you want to sum two matrices, then in that case, what you do, A plus B. Okay, so I just write B equals to, so sum of two matrices. and B is just, suppose B is again 1s to 2, then A plus B gives you 2, 2, 2, 2. Is this clear? Is this clear, everyone? Oh, some people
Yes,
wants
yes.
to join in mind. All right, so it's very basic thing. Okay, where is that? I'm just writing to the downside. I think it's, I just use this thing. No, it's fine. If that's fine, then it's fine. Okay, so this is about addition, and if you want to subtract something, just write A minus B. Okay, and if you want to multiply, let's see how does it work. A star B. Yes. So the one thing that I want to make sure is, so this is about the matrix. But once you have the, suppose you have vectors 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, then you write as x equal 1, 2, 3. So what does it give? I want to ask you, what does this what is the output of this command? Can anyone tell me? What is the output of this command?
So it's a row vector.
It's a row vector, yes. It should be. All right. There is someone coming again. Let me see who is joining. Who's joining. Just join once so that I don't want to enter it again and again. There is no process to do it automatically. So just join once. Okay. All right. So this is a row vector. And if you want to do a column vector, how do you do that? Column vector.
So we
How do you do
separate
that?
them by semicolons.
Just yes, just you do. Yes, this is just the basic thing, like you do semicolons instead of commas, right? Okay, then we go to another thing. All right, so this is about this. What others I can think? Okay, so I'm just saying that if you want to multiply these two things, x star y, then what you're gonna get is 14. Why does it happen? What does it do? X star y, what does it mean? Yes, and if I'm gonna like x dot star y, yes, can anybody see the difference between two things, x star y and x dot star y? Just note down these commands. I will have some, I will give some questions to you guys after this, after I finish what I'm teaching, then you can try these things. Just look at carefully whatever I'm doing. The difference. Can you see the difference? X dot star y and x star y. What's the difference between that? Just welcome. Anyone? So it's just yes, so x star y is just doing the multiplication using the matrix. So y is 1, 2, 3, and x is the row vector, y is the column vector. So x has dimension 3 by 1 and y has dimension 1 by 3. So 3 by 1 into 1 by 3, then 3, then you do like basic matrix. Just treat x like a matrix, like a row matrix or so, whose dimension is 3 by 1 by 3 and 3 by 1 as dimension of y. Then you just multiply using the matrix. Then you get 14. But if you do x dot star y, then in that case, you're gonna get, wait, what is happening? So with each entry multiplied, like 1, 2, 3, and then you get a multiplied by 2 again, 2, 4, 6, and then you get multiplied by 3 again. So it is doing entry wise multiplication. All right, that's the thing. Is it clear the difference? All right, so okay. So this is about row and column vectors. And another thing I want to tell is,
Sir, again repeat about x dot star y.
okay, so x is the row vector, y is the column vector. X dot star y is multiply x entry wise. Like if you are doing by multiplication by 1, then what you get? 1, 2, 3. All right. Then y has another vector 2. Then you get multiplied 1, 2, 3. Then another row 2, 4, 6. Then 3. Then again the same 3, 6, 9. That's the thing. So it's the difference is it's not a usual way of multiplication x dot star y, but x star y is a usual way of multiplying things. But usually you use x dot star y and the yeah, dimensions are same. In this case, it's the dimensions are not same, right? So use x dot star y when x and y has same dimensions. That will work nicely more. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the other thing is I want to tell like the inbuilt functions. So what's the inbuilt function are there in that? So if you have, okay, so I just write some ways of calculating. So if you have 1 ratio 1 ratio 2, what is the output of this command? Anyone? If anyone has seen the lectures, what does it mean? So you can write a vector instead of writing like this. So if you want to write like, so if you want to write like, suppose it is a very big thing, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9. So if you write like this and you have 100 entries, then you can't write like this, right? So that will give you a drawback. But this is very complicated, right? It's complicated to write like this. So we're gonna write in a shorter form, okay? So the way is just write 1 ratio 10. So what does it give? The same thing. That's amazing. Anyone wants coming? Wait, just join on the time. That's fine. Yes, so it's just the same thing. I just go again this. Yes. So it is a very short way of doing the same thing. Okay. By default, it is taking. So 1 is the initial point, 10 is the ending point. Okay. And in between, there are additional steps. Like if you go from 1 to 10, then there is a step size of 1. 1 plus 1 gives you 2, plus 1, 3, plus 1, 4, plus 1, 5, like this, and 10, up to 10. This is by default. The addition is by 1. So if you want to change it to something else, just write 1 ratio 2 ratio 10. Then what does it gonna give you? So 2 is the step size, then starts from initial 1. 1 plus 2 gives you 3, 7, 9, and so on. Is it clear, everyone? You can change the step size. Yeah, so if you write like this, suppose 10 ratio 1, what does it gonna give you? That doesn't work. It means like if you're gonna go reverse, like from 10 to 1, then it doesn't take it as a default by -1. So you need to specify that. So x is 10 ratio -1 ratio 1, then it will give you the backward things 10, 9, 8, 7, and up to 1. So I hope it's clear. So backward, it's not by default. Forward is by default, right? So you can do things in that manner, whatever you want to. I hope it's clear. So that's true. And there is another command. Let's try to check. So if you want to check like, if you want to check like you don't know about a command, so just write the help. Suppose you write help linspace. I don't know if that works. Yes, so if you write this command linspace and you don't know about this command, so you just write help sections. So let's see what linspace does.
Excuse
So
me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can you just increase the font size, sir? Is it possible? Font size?
Okay. Is it? Okay. All right. I
Yeah,
was.
please.
I
Thank
don't
you.
know. Let me try how to increase that. Wait. I'm just how to increase that font size. I'm using Linux, and maybe I can keep this window a bit big one. Maybe this one. But again, the font size is the problem. Why it's not working? Okay. No. Let me do settings. I just go. Wait a second. I'm just. It hanged. It's stuck. Wait for a moment. What happened? Why it's stuck? It's insane. My laptop got stuck. Sorry for that. I need to fix it. Oh, sorry, it got disconnected. Can you hear me now? Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Sorry, it got disconnected. My wife internet problems, I think. Let me see if I can do that. So, anyone uses Linux in their computer? Okay, let's go to settings, fractional scaling, 1 to 5%. Apply. Keep changes. And now I'm going to MATLAB. Again, it's the big problem. I can't do the screen. Before it was better. Keep changes. I have to look it up. I don't know how to do that. Hi, so is it possible like you can zoom the screen a bit? I will rectify it from next time. I'm not sure how to do this in Linux. Is it possible to zoom that screen? Deepa and others?
So actually, I was okay with whatever was going on. So, but
Is it not very visible, like not much visible? Like this? Wait, I just see that. So you just try some exercises, then I will try to see if, okay.
So in case not possible, you continue. So we'll manage. No problem, sir. We'll manage.
Are you able to zoom that screen?
So this is the maximum I can, but I will manage, sir. Please carry on, sir.
Sorry for this.
Yes, sir.
I
I'm
didn't.
able to zoom the screen.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. But I can see something like, wait. So if I go to this MATLAB and view, okay, there is a option, zoom in. All right. I think that should work. Does it happen for the command window as well? No, it doesn't. Okay. No, there is nothing happening. Okay. I will do that later, but yeah. Okay, so I'm just explaining, like, if you want to take help, just use the help command to find out the about a particular function like linspace. So linspace is doing what? So let's see. So linspace is generating a linearly spaced vector, and it returns a raw vector of evenly spaced points between x1 and x2. So linspace x1, x2, and linspace x1, x2, n. So let's see, well, how does it work? So if you write linspace of 1, 3, then what does it give you? Wait, what does it give? 100 entries by default. So number of points, 100 default. What does it mean? So it is giving equally spaced values in between 1 and 3 and 100 equally spaced values, keeping the step size equivalent to the 100 step values. So it is creating the step size using 1 divided by 100, 0.01, like that. 0.02 here, I think. Okay. Because it's 3 here, so it's 0.02, 2 by 100, 3 minus 1 divided by 100. So you want the 100 points between 1 and 3. So it gives you 0.02 times this space, whatever the step size, and again 0.02, 0.02, like this, whatever. Is this clear, everyone? What does linspace is doing by default? Yes, I assume. So write linspace 1, 3, 50. What does it give? So it gives you 50 points in between 1 and 2, right? So you just calculating the distance between 1 and 1.02 and so on, like this. So it is calculating using the difference divided by 50. And let's see the another command. So help. So if you write help log space, that will give you the definition of other command. So log space is giving you a row vector of 50 logarithmically spaced points between the decades 10 to the power a and 10 to the power b, and it has 50 logarithmic space. So it is just a default number. So what is the default number in linspace? In linspace by default you get 100, but in log space by default you get 50 logarithmically spaced points. So if I write log space of, if I write log space of 1, 5, then it is giving you the 50 logarithmic points in between 10 to the power 1 and 10 to the power 5. Okay. So it's by default 50, and you can change it writing the same thing over here. Like in the linspace, you mentioned this number, the n, and here you also do that the same. All right. I think the difference between log space and linspace is very clear to you guys. So if you want to write, okay, so there is one command, like if you want to write pi, then it gives you the value of the pi up to some number like 1416. But if you want more digits after that, just, I think you just have to write format long and pi. Yes, so once you write the format long command, then it gives you the values after that, a lot of values. But if you're gonna write format short, then it gives you till the same value, right? So by default, the format is short, but if you want to write the long format, they give you some more numbers up to some digits. Is the difference between the long and short clear to everyone? Is it so far clear, guys? Okay, how many? Yeah, I think so. Yes. So let's do some more things. Yeah, so if you wanna do format, okay, so format we have already done. So if you wanna sum, like if you have a vector x 1 to 10 and you want to sum the entries in this vector, suppose 1 up to 10, how do you do that? Anyone? That's easy. So do sum with entries in the x. So you just write sum and x. So it gives you the vector 55, summing all the entries from 1 to 1 up to 10. I hope that's clear. All right. Okay. All right. And if you wanna do, there is another command called diff. So I just write help diff. What does it do? So what does it do? Diff, this MATLAB function calculates differences between the adjacent elements of x. Suppose you wanna write the same x and you just use the diff x, then it gives you 1 1 1 1 and it gives you the 9 times this one 9 times. So you just do 2 minus 1, 3 minus 2, 4 minus 3, 5 minus 4, 6 minus 5, all is same as 1. So diff is a nice command if you want to calculate the difference between two adjacent numbers step by step. All right. And if you want to calculate, so how to find the absolute value of a number. Can anyone answer this thing? How to find an absolute value of a number? Anyone?
So by typing ABS of x.
Yes, that's true. So you just write ABS x. So that will give you, anyways, x has positive entries, but if you give phi something like 1 with minus 5 and 1, so apps y, what does apps y give you is the positive entries 5 instead of minus 5, minus 4 instead of 4 instead of minus 4, and so on. I think it's clear like how to find out the absolute. That's just a basic command. But if you want to do more complicated things, so that's just, so I'm just introduce the another thing that you want to do. So if you want to do, you don't know the sum command for now, and you want to calculate how to find the sum, how to find the sum. Sum is the basic sum of the vector. Okay. Okay, that I will do in the editor window, not in the command window. So I'm just gonna explain in the command window first. Okay, so let's go with another thing. Suppose x is given to you and you wanna plot x. How do you do that? There is someone in the chat, and okay. Yes. So how to plot the vector x? How to plot the vector x? You just use, so right, just see what does plot command does. Help plot. Yes. So plot command is a 2D line plot. It does two-dimensional line plot like only in x and y planes. And this function creates a 2D line plot of data in y versus the corresponding values in x. So plot xy. Yes, just it gives you the vector. So if you want to do that, just write, if you write plot x, what does it does? Does it do here something? Okay. So here you can see the figure, float x. So it's just a straight line because x has entries 1 up to 10. So if you want to write, that's it. And there are some arguments like you can just mention that x label, whatever. If you want to give a label to x-axis, just write x label y. If you do that, I don't know if that works here. Yeah, it works. So it gives the x label as y. And if you want to give the y label, just use the y label z, something like this. And if you want to give the title, just give my plot. It's just simple as such, right? So just give, so you can see my plot, z, the y label, and x, the y label. So it's just the same thing. And if you want to do more on this, just write, if you want to set up the line width, so plot x, let me see what's, so if you have line width, does it work? I don't know. That doesn't work. I think there is some help line width. So line width is not a valid command. I think there is something different. So if you want to increase the size of this plot, like if you want to make it darker, then there is one command. I'm not remembering that for a moment. So I can show it here. Maybe I have that thing. Wait a second. So if you wanna, so here is that. So if you write this command line width 2, then it gives you the dark. So let's try. So plot x line width. So you have to write in and 2. What is that? It gives you the darker one, right? So there are many features you can learn, and it's like box kind of. If you want to remove that, then there is one option to do that. Okay, all right. So we're gonna see some exercises. Maybe I just search them. I just stopped screen sharing for the moment and I searched them. That's it. Yeah. Did you understand it all? I just searched some exercises for you. Wait for a second. Okay. Everyone, it's clear? Let's go to some exercises. Wait. Two, three. I do have some questions for you so that you can practice them. I have to see, where is it? Where is it? 1070. I don't think so. No. Courses 1070. Math. I think I don't have such exercises left now. Okay. If someone wants to enter. All right, so we just work on that. Let me try to see that I can do entire screen. Yes, so okay, okay, let's go again. Browser. All right. Okay, we just try to play with certain things. Okay. So another thing is I want to explain to you is how to write a function here. How to write a function here. Anyone knows this thing? How to write a function in MATLAB? Like if you want to write a one variable function or so, how do you write that? So we just write.
So we can
Yes.
so we can make function handles.
Yes. Or like this, like you use @ if you want to make function of one variable x, just write x @x. Does it give you function handle with the value? So if you, I don't know if f1, yes, so it is created. Is it clear like how to create the functions? So if you want to create a function of x equal x, and you just write @ and then bracket how many variables are there. There is only one variable x, so you just write @x x. If you want to create function of two variables, then how do you do that? Anyone? How do you do that? F equals to @xy x plus y. So now f is function of two variables, and you have two variables, x and y. And this function is doing the sum of two variables, x and y. All right, so what is f11? That gives you 2. Like this, you can create function of many variables. Is this clear? There is someone wants to enter, Vikram. Yeah. Okay, so you know how to create functions in the MATLAB. The other thing that I want to tell you is about, so it's about functions. We have done the plots. We have done. So I think in the assignment, what type of questions in the assignment are there? Have you done the assignment?
So they are theoretical questions.
Like what? Theoretical in the sense?
I have submitted that assignment, but I don't remember what the questions were. But they
I
were not
think the
about
questions should be
calculation.
based on, these are about based on the MATLAB, the first assignment.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, these are on the syntax basis. Mostly questions are on the syntax, some commands, if this command is correct or not, like that.
Okay. So what I've discussed is worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I hope you, so I just recapitulating everything, remember things like that. So the main things I'm trying to do, and the questions are based on this, I think, based on maybe what is the definition, how to create functions, how to use the linear space, log space commands, and right like that. Okay, so, and I just want to ask, is the MATLAB is only till the first week, right? And after that, there is no MATLAB after first week. Is it? Is it the case? So MATLAB is still first week, I think. Okay. So we just go in the editor window and try something here. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Just today
Yes.
I finished the second week, and MATLAB was actually introduced in the last lecture to calculate the solution by using bisection method. So can you just give some glimpses about the for loop, while loop? There,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
there
yeah.
was,
That's true.
yeah,
I'm just going to do that. So that's
yes.
why I was asking.
So after in 5 videos, first to 4 were theoretical, but fifth one was on bisection method by using MATLAB. Sir was finding the roots.
Okay. So it's in the
So
second week.
yeah, second week, last lecture.
No. Okay.
So for,
When your lectures have started, like the last week or just now?
sorry, sir.
When your lectures were started, like on 20 January or
20
27?
January, but coming to the second week lecture, just yesterday night I got the notification. So morning
Okay.
till before the class, I wanted to wind up, so I just completed making notes
Okay.
of all. Yesterday night, I got a notification that week two lecture and assignment is released. So
Yes.
for loop, while loop, if you just make it clear to me, very grateful.
Yeah. I'm just doing that. Wait for a second. Okay, so we just shift to editor window and see what is this. Okay. So this is the editor window. Command window is a bit, and here is a big thing you can see now. So here you can write the same thing. So about, is it more big now? Okay, about for loop. So if you have to save this window, how do you save it? You just use Control S. No, not Control. I think in line this is a bit different. So you just go at editor and just save it. Save as, and you save your file name, practice file. Okay. So it's saved as practice. So someone wants to come in the chat, Durki and SK. Okay. So how do you use the for loop? For loop is very common in most of the programming languages, and I think in every programming language you will see for loop because it's for convenient. So that's why I was saying, like, if you want to find the sum of a vector x, suppose x is given to you as something 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, kind of like this, and the semicolon is used to, you don't want to you don't want to display the vector x, but inside it's just running as something. So how do you do the sum? So one way is to sum, like using this, just use the sum x. The another way is just use the for loop. So for loop starts from a vector I, and I runs from 1 to, okay, length 1 to length x. So what does length give you? Anyone? What do you mean by the length? So if I go in the command window and just write help, yes,
Longer dimension. I mean, in this case, the length is 3.
it's just counting the number of elements in x. All right. Yes, because there are 3 elements. Okay. So length is 3. Yes. So editor window is not going to output them. So we just run it separately. Okay. Why it's not running? We can't run this thing. Right. Wait a second. That should run. This is running, but this is not running. Why is that? This is running, this green sign, but this is not running. Okay, maybe there is some problem, but if I delete this, no. Okay, so if I delete this thing, no, it doesn't run. All right, wait a second. I just do this. This is, I think there is something happening, but I just do this Control R. Control R. What's the shortcut to do this? Yes. So this is the way to do the command. So if you wanna do all the things as a command, just use the control and backslash sign. And here I'm gonna write the same things. I think there is some problem with the practice one. Control C and go with this. No. So I just paste this, copy and paste. So if I run this, add to path. So if I run this, then you get the output in this window. So here is the output. 7 is the output because sum is 7. 1, 2, and 4. What is the sum of this? Just 7. All right. So I just use the for loop. So using for loop to find the sum. Find the sum. Okay. So how do you do that? Just write for I equal 1 to length x. Okay. So I is a index vector which is running from 1 to. Is there anyone making sound? I just unmute yourself, please. S. Just wait. Sorry, I have to meet you. Okay, so I'm just going there. For I equal 1 to length x, you just have, so you need to find the sum. So you just introduce a vector like t equals 0. And you do for I equal 1 to length x. So I will start from 1 and will run up to length x, which is 3. I1, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 elements. So how do you gonna sum it? So you just do t is 0. When I is 1, t should be 1. Okay. T should be t plus I. And then you use and to stop the for command. So what does it do? So when I is 1, t becomes 1, I becomes 2, t becomes 1 plus 2, then I becomes 3, t becomes, that's not I actually, that should be x of I, all right? Because x, we need the value of x at I, x at 1, x at 2, x at 3, x at 1 is 1, x at 2 is 2, x at 3 is 4. Is this clear? So if you run this, then what you're gonna get is 7. So the same answer you are getting as 7 if you run this. Any problems in this command, anyone? Is this clear? How to use the for loop, or should I do another example?
So one more example, please.
What type of example you want?
So
Calculating
actually,
sum?
so there you took that t, so t equal to 0 was the starting value.
Yes, yes.
I mean, we
Yeah.
have to always initiate with some value. Is it like that?
Yeah, so because you have to do t equals 0 so that you can add something over this value. 0 plus 1 plus, then it replaces by t becomes 1 at some point of time after 1, and when I is 2 then t becomes 3, like this. So keep adding. So it's just a mind logic kind of. There may be other ways, but it's the basic way of you do like there. Is this clear?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So maybe I can try to do one more example of this, but it's just for loop does this every time, and I think I do have done some example before. Okay, so if you wanna do more complicated for loop, like suppose you want to find the sum of rows of a matrix. So if you are given a matrix, say A equals to 1, 2, and 3, 4. This is the matrix whose first row is 1, 2, and first row has elements 1 and 2. Second row has elements 3 and 4. Then just calculate the sum first row. How do you calculate the sum of first row of this matrix? Yes, anyone? Using for loop and sum command. How do you do that? So you just write sum, and sum A will give the, so you just write sum 1 colon. So if you use this command, then what you're gonna get? Okay, so if I run this, then I get 3. So it will give the first row. So that's basic thing. So A1 colon will give you the first row 1, 2, and 1 plus 2 is giving you the 3 answer here. It's 3. And similarly, if you do sum of A colon 1, then what does it give you? The sum of 1 plus 3. That should be 4. Yes, that is 4 here. You can see that. Okay. And yes, so if you want to calculate using the for loop, it's just the same thing. So you just write 4, then you have I equals, suppose you have t equals to 0. You just do for I equals to 1 up to length. Is it? So length of, or maybe yes, you just do the same thing, length colon 1, and then you just write t equals to t plus I, and then what does it give you? Then t. So I just use like this. So here it's give you t becomes 1, 3, and 3. 1 plus 2 gives you 3 and 3. So it gives you as 3 because the row sum is 3. Okay. Is this clear? How to find the sum of the first row and the first column, second column, whatever, you just replace 1 by 2 and like this. But for loop is useful in many situations. Other thing I want to explain is the while loop. So if you have the while loop, what does it do? So that's by default that I've explained. So if you want to jump it to, like, you need to set it to, by default it's 1, so you just set colon 2 colon something like that. What does while loop does? While loop is doing, let's see, while t, so you just have, okay, so t starts from 0 again. So it's already, yes, just do the 0. And if you want to calculate the sum, so I is 1. You just initialize I is 1. It's similar. While you just use the Hindi sense of this, whatever. And while I is less than equal to length of A colon 1, then you just do t, same thing, t equal t plus I, and I equal I plus 1. I becomes 1, I is increased by 1, and so what does it give you? And then you have t. So let's see that. Let's see the output. So it's give you the 3, again the same thing. So while loop is similar to for loop. You just use, instead of writing this colon sign, just use less than equal to, and instead of writing by default things, you just initialize your I. But it's, while loop is like, it's I don't use while loop so much. It depends on situations, but I don't use that. But if, yeah, a while loop is mostly used, I think, but they are similar, I think so. I don't know. But for loop is more convenient. So there is another, like if else. If else statement is used if something is true and something is not. So if x, suppose you have, okay, if x equal, suppose x is 5. If x equal 5, then you do y equals to 1. Else you do y equals to 2. And then you have and. So if else is like if something is true, so x is 5, so x is same as 5, then y will print 1. Otherwise, y will print 2. So here y should print 1. So let's see what should it print. So let's remove this semicolon and see that. So y is printing 1. It means that x is 5. Is the use clear, everyone? Is this clear? Okay. So you can try. So if else is very useful, like I'm just gonna, that's not the case. Where does it go? And why it's decreased to the size? View, view, zoom in. Yes. Okay, so it's the case, and if else, while, for loop, these are the main loops that you have to keep in mind while doing the work. That's all. And anyone has any ideas like which command should I explain about? Or did you understand all these stuff? Just let me know if you have any questions or any other commands that you want to know, or you have any doubts. Just
I
ask
have.
me. Yes.
So I have one. I mean, how do we type Greek letters in MATLAB? I mean, like
Greek
alpha,
letters. Okay.
theta.
I think so. You can type it. Wait, let's try. I just use the like in this. This is not. There is someone
Yes,
wants
sir.
to. Okay, let me see that. So if you have something like this, then it comes. If I write alpha. So the main thing that you used, right, as Greek letters or whatever is, wait, I just write plot, and you have, wait, I just define a vector x equal 1, 1, 3, whatever, plot x, and you write title. I just use this alpha like this here, and it gives me the vector alpha. So if you run this, then you get this Greek letter alpha over here. Can you see that on this?
Yes, sir. Actually, these are all latex commands, you know. I mean, these
Yeah.
are latex command. Yes, but do they work in all versions of MATLAB? Or like when I try to use these commands in wherever I'm working, so they were not actually giving this kind of output. They some error was shown. So why it
Like
was happening?
like you have used in the title command, or where have you used this?
No, sir, no, not in title command. Like generally, like if we want to name the variables as Greek
Yes.
letters, alpha, beta,
No,
or
like if you do this here, then I don't think so I will get it. Let me see. So if you do here like alpha, let me do this, delete it. So if I do here alpha equals to 1, you are saying like this?
yes, sir.
No, it doesn't keep this thing.
No,
You
sir.
can't.
Here actually Yes, sir. The variables, variables, they can't, you
Yeah.
can't use special characters while
Yes.
naming the variables. But like one function is there, like pole to cart and cart to pole, where we convert Cartesian coordinates into polar coordinates. So in that case, while writing the output variables also, we have to write the spelling of theta, like theta. So there
Hmm.
also can't we use that? I mean, is there any method to write theta as a Greek letter?
No, I don't think so. There is. You have to write. Even my supervisor used to write full letters. Well,
Okay,
A
sir.
L P or theta. Yeah. You can rename them to small ones. Yes.
Mhm.
But it's all about why this matters. So in the coding, if you just rename it to something, so you are just confused with, you want to use the original symbols that you want to say, right? It's not possible in the, yeah,
Okay,
because
sir.
of the naming convention that you have mentioned.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Deepa, you wants to ask something? You want to ask something?
Yes, sir. That's what I wanted to ask, whether
You,
we can use those latex commands. But I think there are some limitations to that. I mean,
yes.
you said that while writing the title of plot and all, these commands will work. Otherwise, they won't work. Is it like that?
Because the it's whatever they have done is in the plot command, because you have to add the pictures in research papers, and the same letter should be there that you have used in the whole paper.
Yes, sir.
So if it's
And
not,
how do we? I mean, can't we even write pi as pi? I mean, the symbol pi. I mean,
I is,
we enter the value of pi by writing pi. So
yes,
is there any way to write pi as a symbol?
pi you just use how do you, like this, you can write capital Pi. Does it work? No, there is some error. Pi equals to 4. So if it does, no, it doesn't work, is it? I think it's capturing pi as well, maybe. View is pi equals to 4. Okay, sorry, I'm just using the semicolon. So you can use so if you want to have pi, you want to use like this, then just use this, and you have pi equals to 4. You can rename it in your own terms. But if you get pi equals to 4, what does it do? It initializes pi as 4, and you can use. I think you can initialize a well-defined value again to use it, like I've done. So if you initialize pi as 4, then it will take pi as 4. But if you take it pi as a variable, then it doesn't work, because pi has already the value 3.14 in the system.
Yes, sir.
So you need
Thank
to change your variables a little bit, modify them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And remember that you can't save your file name as a well-defined function name, because it will create problems. Don't save your file name with like some function. If you want to save your file name as sum.m, then it won't work. Okay. Anyone has other questions? I'm just here for 15 minutes.
Hello.
Sir, the use of length in for loop and while loop conditions.
Can you repeat, please? I didn't understand.
Sir, I have a doubt about the use of length while writing for loop and while loop
Use
codes.
I can't understand your.
Sir, can I ask one question?
Open the chat. Yes, just let me solve the Lipsika Maisau first, and then I will come to you. Can you type the what you were asking, Lipsika?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In between, I just answered Deepa. Yes, Deepa.
Sir, I wanted to ask, like when we type, like when we make one row vector, so the output doesn't show those brackets. So how to get that? How to get output along with the brackets of matrix and row vectors?
Okay, so then you have to use. I think there is a command called as display command.
So actually, disp and fprintf, they don't. I mean, they do not display the matrix with the brackets. You have to add some more to it, so that I don't understand actually. I mean, I tried to
Isn't it work like this?
so disp doesn't give output like in that format.
The display as well?
No, sir. Display I never tried. I tried disp only,
Just
DISP.
just try display once and let me know. Display and calls disp. Oh, disp also. Okay, disp is the one that display uses. Display calls disp. Okay, I have to see. I don't know the answer of this question. Anyone knows this? How to write the brackets? I haven't tried that. Print command doesn't work, Deepa, is it?
So fprintf command, I mean, we have to give some, you know, some like, I mean, it doesn't give so easily. We have to try it in various ways. I mean, is there any shortcut to do that? I mean, I tried to uh, get output along with the brackets by doing lot of adjustments in argument values. But is there any easier way to get that output along with the brackets? That's what actually I wanted to ask.
I've never tried this. I have to see. I have to see and let you know. But print command I have tried. I think they should work, but I don't know. I have to see that. I have to see. Sorry. I will let you know in coming tutorial. Maybe you can. Do you have my email, by the way? No.
No, sir.
Just okay. I just share my email if you have doubts. Anyways, I just okay. Let me write here. QYZ. Okay, so this is my. Okay, no, not IT anyone. It's my personal email. So I've mentioned my email. If you have any, just write. I will replies whenever I have time to that. Yes. Any other questions? Any other doubts, everyone? MATLAB. Lipsika, you want to ask something? You haven't typed yet in the chat box.
Sir, I can't find the chat box.
Oh, I don't know. Let me stop the screen sharing. Can you find now? I've stopped the screen sharing. No. So can you repeat
No, sir.
a little bit slowly so that I can understand what you were saying? Yes, just ask.
Sir, the use of word length while we writing the loop code.
Okay. While I'm writing the for loop. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then what's the problem?
Sir, I can't recognize the word length. Why you used the word
Okay.
length?
The length is just in the vector x. So you have to stop your for loop up to some point from 1 to up to certain number, right? So that it can sum. If you don't specify, that doesn't work. So you need to specify the ending point. So you need to go till the length of vector because you want to find sum of all the entries, right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other has doubts? Any other questions? I'm happy to take.
Hello.
Yes, Nasir.
Yes, sir. So this is some doubt when I was just going to the video first week. No, I just had some doubt in that. For example,
Yeah.
if we take two row vectors, so if you want to multiply or divide, we have to go element wise. If it is a row vector,
Yes.
okay, even if it's a matrix also. So when
Yes.
it was going on, sir, without element wise, first he showed if I divide two row vectors, some value will be shown which is not correct, and then he went for element wise division. For example, v1 dot backslash v2. Now my doubt is, let us suppose we are not going to go by element wise division for two row vectors or a matrix. When we are getting some number, is it some is it some garbage value, or there is some particular concept is there for that?
The garbage value is, I think, when your row vector dimensions are not same.
Dimensions are same. Let us say 1
Okay.
cross 5 and
So
1 cross.
let me try. If you,
Yes,
for
sir.
example, you are saying yes.
Let us
So
say 1
let's
cross
see.
5, 1 cross 5.
What are you saying? Just see.
Let us suppose we have two vectors of order 1 cross 5.
Yes. Okay, x
And
equal, if I write 1, 5, okay, and y is also 1, 5. Yes. Then
now if we divide without applying element wise, we are getting some number.
x by y.
Yeah, without element wise, if I just usually v1 by v2 or y x by y, we are getting some
Does it?
number. Is it some garbage value, or there is some concept
That
behind
is
this?
1. Okay, this one, the 1.
Sir, screen is not shared, sir.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Oh, no.
Just share the screen. Screen, entire screen, share. Okay. Can you see now the screen? Yes. So x by y, right? What you are saying?
Sir, why was not? Can you repeat again, sir?
Yes. So I just taken two vectors x and y, and I just done x divide y. Then I get this output, run. And
Sir, if you take x and y different numbers, can you change? Let us suppose y as 2 to 6, 2 to 6, y 2 to 6.
Okay, 2 dimension. Okay. Let's see. It's 0.778. Okay. So you are saying about. Let's try. Okay, let's try to use help in that case. Okay, so what does help do? This MATLAB function solves the system. Okay, whatever. X is B. No, it doesn't give you anything. I will divide, or divide. I think it's taking some random value in between. So yeah, I don't think so it's correct. Yeah.
And so one more. when we are
Yeah.
defining any function,
So if you do
not
x divided by, then it's right. So x dot by y.
Yes,
That
sir.
is nice. But you don't use this thing over.
Yes,
That's
sir.
yeah. Yes, you want to ask anything?
Yes, sir. Sir, when we are defining a function, okay, now one way is by using anonymous function is there, inline function is there.
Okay, so yes,
Sir
I
was
have
discussing
defined the
about,
function.
Sir was also discussing about sims variable.
Sims, yes.
One of the sims that is
So
symbolic
if I write,
of 3.
yes.
So he was discussing about that. So when we are talking about a function,
I don't have
my
symbolic
question is,
box.
symbolic.
Yeah.
So my question is, while defining any function, let's suppose of 2 variable, if I'm going to say sims x y, then I'm defining one quadratic equation, let us suppose x power 2 minus 2x. So the left hand side of that should be of the form, should we mention f of x comma y, or we can just write f. This is my doubt, sir. Should I repeat my doubt again, sir?
Either we can define by symbolic, same. You are saying like that.
Should, after writing sims x comma y, next line when I write f. Now inside the, usually we write in mathematics when we write y is equal to f of x. So f is a function of x. So similarly for 2 variables, should I mention f of x comma y is equal to the expression, or only f is equal to expression? In this, which syntax will be correct?
Okay, so you have already declared your symbolic variables. In that
Yes, sir.
case,
Sims xy. Now I'm
then
going to
in
write
that
the.
case, I think so. You should find such a function, right? Is it? Or but you don't need to write f of x comma y. Just write f equal x plus y. Is it?
That's what my question. Is it
Yes, just
what
write.
a syntax? I just wanted to know the exact syntax.
You don't need to follow the exact syntax.
So then what to write?
For the well-defined function, you have @xy and then you define. But for symbolic, you just write f equal x plus y.
Can you just give an example, sir?
Actually, I need to download the symbolic math toolbox, and I don't have that.
Oh,
It
okay.
requires. You can just mention your query on my email, and I will get back to you if that's the case.
So email ID, sir?
I don't. Yes. Any other questions?
Sir, once you give your email ID, please.
Where I have mentioned my email? Here in the chat box.
Sir, is not see properly. So
It's not seen?
properly I can't see.
Can you see my cursor on the screen? I've shared my screen.
Spell this
Here.
once.
Go to the chat box and see that. Nasir, are you able to see my email?
Actually, I'm still searching for chat box, sir.
Oh, no one is able to find the chat box, or just some?
Oh, sir.
So just write YASHVATS yashvatshivaji@gmail.com.
Sir, once.
Can you repeat? Yes, sir.
Yashvats Shivaji. So I just write here. Wait. Let me go to the. Wait. I just write here. If you can see, I can write here. Yash Shivaji. Can you see now?
Yes, sir.
Now it's big. It is not doing. Some cursor. Okay. Yeah, I think you have seen this. I can't. Okay. Yashwat Shivaji at the rate Gmail, whatever.
Thank you, sir.
I think
So,
some people. Yes.
one more. Can I ask? Okay, one more doubt I had. When Sal was going for plotting, this is again
Yes.
just I want your surely now you cannot show because there is no Sims box tool. I just want your input on this, just clarity. Usually, whenever we are going to go for plotting, let's suppose 2 dimension. So x we will define as one row vector. Then y is equal to one function we will take. Let us suppose sine graph. Then we'll plot x comma y. This is usually what we do. But
Yes.
in symbolic, Sir didn't define any range. He just took as x is or a y. I'll just say he just took them in single inverted commas. X is equal to whatever the function I want. Y is equal to whatever the function. Then he said plot 3. So without giving any range, also we got. So this is only applicable for Sims type means this Sims types of variable.
Yeah, I think it's for Sims.
Because for even in the assignment problem, same thing we had got without giving any range, it was working and we were getting the spiral graph. So this is only applicable for symbolic.
Yeah, so you have tried using symbolic Sims?
Yes, sir. Actually, what I did, I went to online Octavision,
Yeah,
online
Octavius.
version. So there I tried. Then I got because same thing for me also. There was no this symbolic tools. So I went for Octave online. Then I got this. So I had this one doubt. Yes. That's it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So I have to, maybe I can do some Sims type of thing in the next tutorial, but will it be useful? And if you have doubts, you can just email on. I will try.
So when will be our next tutorial, sir? This doubt session.
Next doubt, this doubt session happens every Monday in my time 10:30 to 12:30 and your time 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So I will be back in India next month, so I will have 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. But before that, I think
everyone. So it will be every Monday.
Yes, in every Monday.
Okay.
6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay. Sir.
Is this for time fine for everyone? Yes, Deepa, you want to ask something?
Yes, sir. Actually, if there is one row vector, so if we try to print it using fprintf command, so the output comes as a column vector. So how to get it as a row vector only?
Output comes as a column vector. But
Yes,
have you given?
So here you can
given,
try. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's try if that case. So you are saying about fprint.
Yes, let there be some like a row vector, and using fprintf command.
Do you write like this? X.
Xprint. First we'll have to take that x vector.
Okay. One whatever x is.
Row vector, so row vector.
Okay, so it's the row vector.
1 comma. No, sir. All just
So
a
if
row
I
vector.
just write 1:3, right? That and you are saying about fprint fx. Does it work? I will try.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 1:. No, it doesn't give anything. Let's see, what does it do? Help. I haven't print. So I always use this command help. So So you have to specify certain number of vector and then vectors. Is the syntax all right?
Yes, sir. I mean
Or
here,
I don't use this, whatever. No, it doesn't work. What does it give? No, it doesn't. Yes, what is your doubt, by the way?
sir, actually, I have a doubt here. Like, is this x correct? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 1:3. Should there be brackets around 1:3 or only 1:3?
Oh, okay. So let's try this. No, it doesn't work. I think there is some other syntax for
So
fprintf.
actually, we'll have to specify the format. Actually, format specifier like %d.
Okay. Okay, so we have to specify
The
fprintf,
format.
the percentile d kind of. Is this?
Yes.
Okay, wait. Okay, I understood. X, right. Is this?
Yes, and like /n is
Doesn't.
also required.
Yes.
Now you see, sir, we have obtained 1, 2, 3 as a row vector only.
Hmm.
No, but
Hmm.
sometimes it gives
Okay, I think
values in the form of column vector.
let's. Yeah, I understood what you want to say in this case.
I mean, if we use those square brackets for writing x, I mean, if you can just try.
You want
Maybe,
the spaces and you want the brackets.
no, sir. I want x in that form, row vector form, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, like the spaces in between.
I mean, here you have used colon method, na? So only in
Yeah.
brackets 1, 3 if we write.
Okay. So you are saying this one, like 1, 2, 3.
In square brackets.
Yes. Like this.
No, sir.
And
In square brackets, yes, this way.
okay. And then you print like this, then you get a different thing. Is it? Okay. So you want the brackets to come in the print command when I print it. So this command is just printing this vector 1, 2, 3. And you want the brackets left and right. Is this your question?
Left and right both, and
Okay. And the space between, or then the commas or whatever.
yes, sir.
Okay. There is a command. Don't know if that works. I haven't tried. Let's see. Percentile d x. Wait. So if I go to help printf. So is there any way to do this? File ID format specify a. So there is no. There should be something over there. There is. If you go in one programming language, they write something, write percentile d. So if you write da something like this, da percentile d, what you going? So you get da 1, 2, 3. So da will be printed 1 da, 2 da, and 3. That's weird. But there is something over there, like. So if you write da percentile dx, then it prints da 1, da 2, da 3. And da is d is the one that comes over everywhere. So if you write dx x1, I think I have to see x1 maybe. Then what does it print? So you tried d1. So you have to adjust, right? And if you again write the same thing, right? So percentile d and x2, then what you get? So here, okay, 1 the percent 2 x2, it's weird. There is something happening over there. You have to play with this around. You have to play with this thing. Is it fine, Deepa?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you have to play around. Yeah, to work out. Anyone has any other queries? Just wait for 5 more minutes. Nasir, you want to ask something? And Balakrishnan, you have raised your hand.
Sir,
Yes.
so as I said, no, today I was going to the last session where MATLAB was used. So I was using now just now you
I can use
type.
MATLAB if you want me to do that next time.
Yes, sir. So actually now just now while explaining just madam's doubt, use percentage D and similarly sir use percentage F. Can you just throw some light on that, sir? What is the purpose of that percentage D, percentage F while printing?
Think for percentage D is for integers. Is this for used for? Yes. And percentage F for floating kind of things. So if you write, let's see again with the help, the difference clearly. So you write help percentile D. No, it doesn't. Okay, I just write load 3 elevated script. What does it do? Yeah, but it just describes the variables, like in which format they are. What I know so far. Wait. So if I go L percentile D, that doesn't work. It doesn't give the help thing. But yeah, it's for teachers. Yes, Nasir. It's percentage D for integers, percentile F for floating points. Depends on the values they take for the vectors.
Sir, and the sir was using beside that F some number like 6, 7. What will be the purpose of that, sir? Now, for example, float is F. So beside F, he was using some number.
So if you have 4.5 and if you use percentile D, then it will print only 4.
Now in float, F percentage F, but with F he gives some number.
Percentage F will print the floating like for decimal places.
It means up to what decimal places we want to display.
Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And there may be more formats, but yeah, I know that from there the similar thing you can find in the C language. They use the similar kind of notation. So I know from that thing far ago. Yeah, so I've discussed, I think, most of the things except didn't know about the symbolic toolbox to discuss things. Yeah, I download it first. Any other questions? Uma Maheshwari, Tharini, Sirisha, Satya, Sashmita, S, Rekha, Rakshita, everything clear? Nilima?
Yes, sir.
That's clear. Okay. So I will post this recording soon so that who has not joined, just see that I will not be able to post the command window, maybe to print it. I don't know, but from the next time I will upload. I will have to write and then post the PDF there. So all good. So let's close this meeting. If you don't have any questions, and if you have, just ask for 1 or 2 minutes. Deepa wants to ask something.
So yes, sir. Actually, that I just wanted to ask about that. How will we get access to MATLAB? I mean, are they going
Yeah.
to provide some link for that, or how?
Can you
Because
write an email to me and send it to me so that I can forward it to the tutor? So if she will,
okay, sir.
yeah. So I'm in
Thank you,
touch
sir.
with the tutor who is doing these ad discussions board.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes. So yeah, thank you very much and have a good night. See you guys. We just stopped the meeting recording.
Good night, sir.
Good night. Bye.
So one last query.
Yeah. So
This is
just
respect to our exam, sir.
yes.
When we are going to come offline and write. Now, for example, today I was discussing about bisection method, etc. So, somehow we could be learn different non-linear methods, and then coming to ODs. So, are we now when we are going to come to write the exam? So, to solve this problem, are we going to get the help of MATLAB?
To solve this in the exam? No,
Yeah, in exam.
I don't think so. They will give you that. No.
So it will be a limited type.
They won't ask the big questions like writing a code, but you have to know the syntax without using the MATLAB for the exam.
Okay. Oh, okay. Understood. Thank you.
Yeah. So they will ask some basics. It won't be so hard. Don't worry much. But for the later things, they will have lengthy questions, lot of calculations. So you need to do a lot of calculations later on. I don't know much, but from the last time I've made some questions and they were lengthy. So just practice solve the questions stuff and like that. So I hope you enjoyed today's session. Let's close this session and yeah, see you everyone next week. Okay, stop recording.